The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
The Combine is in the books, and new reports are out there on what the Jets will be looking to do this offseason, including a Breece Hall update. We'll talk about the latest and much more. It's the Jake Asman Show, and it starts right now.
Wish it could have been a Jet, Fernando.
Let's see what happens.
What's your message to the Jet fans in New York?
Jets, Jets.
A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super Chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Make sure you are subscribed to our channel. Click the like button. We got a whole lot of Jets news and notes to dive into. I mentioned we're presented by FanDuel. We're going to talk about the number 2 pick in the draft. The latest odds, as you see, are on the screen. And it's a perfect jumping off point because joining me right now is a man who was at the NFL Scouting Combine down in Indy this past week. He's part of the Badlands Network. It's our guy, Dan Essien, who joins us on the show. Dan, great to see you in person. And now I'm excited to talk about what we learned in person last week being down in Indy. Welcome back to the show.
Absolutely. Great to be back. And yeah, it was an interesting time. You know, the snow tried to keep us away, but we made it out.
You were one of the few who actually was able to make it out from Badlands. I know Will Parkinson is still kicking himself that his flight was canceled, I think, like 5 or 6 times over the last couple of days with the snowstorm.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was a rough one this year, but hopefully, you know, with everything going on, all of the the rumors and expectations and all that stuff, there seems to be a lot of really good options for the Jets this year. So, you know, despite the fact that not too many of us are able to make it out there, thankfully this year, it's a little less concerning and there's a little less anxiety, I think, going into these picks.
So I just showed the odds. Let's start there, and then we'll get into some of the free agent rumors and some Breece Hall stuff that's out there. The number 2 overall pick odds are on the screen. Arvell Reese is the betting favorite at FanDuel at -120. David Bailey +135. And then after him, Ruben Bain +600. And then a huge drop with Caleb Downs and Sonny Styles. Does it feel to you that Arvell Reese should be the betting favorite to go number 2 after the Combine?
Yeah, I think he was never going to do anything to hurt his stock at the Combine. I think everybody was pretty convinced that he was going to test extremely well and impress teams. And so to me, this does make a lot of sense. He was kind of the favorite for the most part in terms of a lot of mock draft selections from a lot of big names going into the Combine. And of course, with the incredible testing he did, it only kind of helped his status there as a second overall pick. So yeah, not too surprising. I am interested in the second and third options there and how those are shaking out. I thought maybe Bain would gain a little bit more from just not doing anything, to be honest. But it seems to be staying pretty steady there with David Bailey as kind of the second favorite.
You know, it's interesting. I saw some people in the chat note, wow, you know, Ty Simpson, he's got, you know, same odds as Fernando Mendoza. And I'm thinking to myself, well, that's because Mendoza is going to go number 1, clearly.
Yeah, exactly. I think folks are pretty locked in with that number 1 selection there. So yeah, not worth taking that.
I'm having some tech issues here, so I just want to do a quick reset because I'm hearing some static in my ear. I'm going to throw. Hopefully the tech issues will be resolved. So stand by, people. Apologies for the tech issues here. We'll get this straightened out immediately. One of the most beloved ASMANIACs had one of the most difficult months of his life when he had to deal with the passing of his father. The community certainly felt his pain, but they rallied around Lane to support him and his family and help raise a large amount of money to help cover some of the costs for the family.
I got some news to tell you. My dad died.
Oh my God.
Think of it this way. Did he go to your graduation? Did he do everything for you?
Yeah.
That's the first step to immortality. Just think of it this way. He did something for you. Now do something back.
Yeah.
At least grow a future and do what you need to do. Stay on the right path, and you'll get somewhere.
What's under your nose?
Oh, maybe I forgot to shave that part. I look like Hitler, right?
Oh,
It's the beginning of the little French tickler.
dude, what is wrong with you?
That's
Call
what
back after you shave.
I look like I get creamed in the face.
It's a family show. Damn it, Bob. The Chilling with Cho segment recently appears to be taking off, with Asmaniacs anxious to get on screen in the full chill position.
I'm just chilling.
The three amigos.
Early in the month, there was a great 5-way chill session.
Hey guys, what's up?
Purple chill Mike.
Then just a few days later, the internet almost broke when 10 Asmaniacs all appeared on screen in a spontaneous orgy of chilling and fun. I'm just reading the script here, guys.
I used to date models and stuff back in the day. I date them when they're fine, you know what I'm saying? Like Victoria's Secret models, lingerie models. Never had trouble with the ladies. Calm your freaky down.
150 pounds overweight, can't leave the attic, can't put a coherent sentence together, can't
Wait,
follow a question. I've never seen this
buddy
anywhere else.
boy. Back it up 1 minute, buddy boy.
What responsibilities does a woman have in a relationship? There you go. You're going to have no answer.
Let's see how long it takes for her to...
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you gotta make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.
All right. Hopefully my internet and StreamYard is built for the rest of the show. Let's bring Dan back on. Dan, do you hear me okay?
I do hear you now, yes.
All right. I don't know where the static started making me sound like a robot, but basically when we were discussing the odds here, I remember leaving off with some sort of answer by you about Reese likely being the favorite. This is warranted with the odds. So let's pick it up from there. Give us the breakdown here on how you would handicap the Jets odds with the number 2 pick.
Yeah, I think right now the favorite's definitely overall Reese. I think the key thing to look out for, especially with the second and third options, is what Bain is going to do the rest of this offseason, this draft cycle. So he has a pro day coming up. We're not sure if he will do, what he will do during pro day and things like that. I think the arm length was something that people already knew going into the combine, and it just kind of proved it with the measurements there. But if you talk to or if you hear a lot of the comments that are coming back from players that played him and teammates and stuff like that, everyone's pretty certain how good he's going to be. So I think that's one to watch for, because I think as we get closer to the draft, he's probably going to sneak a little bit closer to that second spot, I think, in terms of the odds. But
if the Jets took him, how would you feel?
So here's the thing. I've been battling with this for a while. I've been talking about scheme fit a lot, and I do think Arvell Reese, in terms of what they are moving towards with the new scheme, with their new defensive staff, seems like he would fit more. But there's a thing that I always go back to, which is just if you know that one player is absolutely going to be certainly a very good player, then you just take that player. If there's more projection with another player, then it should give you a little bit of pause. And I think there is a little bit of projection with Arvell Reese. He's a great player. He's a dog. He has good mentality, but there is an element of projection there in terms of production that does not exist with Bain. And so, yeah, I would feel pretty good, but I would understand why the fan base would probably be a little upset.
Yep. I mean, that's just the nature of this time of year, and arm length and betting on outliers. And obviously with the Jets in particular, Dan, are you swinging for the home run at 2, or do you want a guy with a higher floor?
That's a great question. I think in this draft, that's a tough question, because I think that if you're going for the highest floor, it's a position that nobody would want them to draft, because I think the highest floor is probably Caleb Downs in that second spot. But yeah, I think for the Jets, you really want to try to get the home run here. And I don't think it's because, it's the most sound thing to do. I think that's just what their options are right now. I think everyone, we talked about that top 3 with Reese, Bailey, and Bain. I think all 3 of them have things that make you kind of pause a little bit. They all have kind of floor concerns. Whereas the one player I know that really doesn't is probably not going to be the pick, and that's Downs. So Yeah, I think they're definitely just going to go for the home run.
All right. We'll get back to the draft discourse in a bit because it will tie into what we're about to break down. But let's talk about Breece Hall. A report from The Athletic today saying, according to league sources, the expectations is the Jets will use the cheaper transition tag on Hall if they can't come to a contract agreement in time. The deadline is tomorrow around 4 Eastern, I believe, for Breece Hall and the Jets to either come to terms on a deal or the Jets can use one of the tags on Breece. And again, free agency technically starts 1 week from today with legal tampering, and then the new league year is March 11th. So 2 days later at 4 Eastern, those deals can become official. But Dan, your take on Breece, what do you think ultimately happens here? Is he on the 2026 Jets?
Yeah, he is. I think I was kind of surprised. Maybe I shouldn't have been, but it's Dan Mougie was very blunt when asked about the situation. Just like, yeah, he's going to be playing for us. And yeah, it basically guarantees that they're going to use some type of tag if the negotiations don't work out. So he's going to be a Jet next season. Whether he's going to be a Jet beyond next season is, an interesting question. I think for fans, understandably, the hardest part is that you just want a player to want to be here. And you want that to start to contribute to the team culture and all that type of stuff. But I think the encouragement from, like I said, Mujie's blunt answer is that obviously they're not concerned about any of that. They seem to be okay with where his mind is at and how they want to use him next season. So look, they have Frank Reich. Frank Reich loves a good running back. He's definitely going to use the hell out of him. So we won't have any usage concerns next season. So yeah, it could be basically another little contract year for Breece Hall where he has to show what he can do, and he'll have a coach who's going to give him the opportunity. So,
well, I just think ultimately, if you didn't trade him at the deadline, to let him go for nothing would be malpractice. At the bare minimum, you have to put the tag on him. Even if you trade him, at least you're getting something. Like the idea of not trading him for a fourth that you could have got from Kansas City, now just to let him walk and then you got to replace him. That would be terrible roster management of an asset if you're Darren Muji. And I think Muji has proven that he's not a dummy, at least to this point. So I think they're going to tag him if they don't get a deal done. And I do expect him to be on the team. I think you hope they could get a contract done because you want to keep him here and you want the player to be bought into what the Jets are hopefully doing, turning it around under this coach going forward.
100%. Yeah. It's a really great point because the Jermaine situation and the Breece situation were two of the issues that I had with Muji in the sense that, like, if you're going to do something, what happened? Because it seemed like as the offseason approached, they were like, oh, well, yeah, no, I mean, we're not actually decided on either one of these situations. So that kind of scared me a bit. But once they got the Jermaine trade done and now they're obviously going to just go and tag or sign Breece Hall, it's a good plan. It's a good setup. It does seem like they kind of understood what their options were. And getting a player back again with the Jermaine is even better. So, yeah, well done, Muji, so far. Well done.
Let's get into that trade. Obviously, you and I were together when it broke last week in Indy. Now that you've had some time to digest it, and I know you and Will Parkinson did a podcast 2 weeks ago, even talking about this idea of a trade with Jermaine for T'Vondre Sweat. Your thoughts on the fit now and just your reaction to this deal since it's been made?
Yeah, I really like the fit. I think for a team that so desperately needed better run defense after the debacle that happened last year, it's a very self-aware approach for them to be looking at this type of talent. You get somebody who's under contract control for a little bit longer, like that. It's the most ideal situation that you could get here in terms of return for a player that obviously, based on reaction since, probably wasn't really interested in being here that much anyway. So yeah, I think it's good business. I think it's really good business. And I think you get a little bit of help for Harrison Phillips, basically somebody who's getting a little bit older, despite the fact that, interior defensive linemen sometimes can play a little bit, into their 30s, but like you want to give him somebody that can actually swap in with him or play alongside with him at times where you're not losing a ton of talent, and you get somebody with a little bit of upside too, and somebody who's definitely going to be looking to prove himself in a new situation. I think it's really good, really good.
Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Let's get some raffle entries today, people. We have a new set of weekly prizes. This Friday, we raffle away a signed Curtis Martin jersey, signed Darrelle Revis helmet, signed Chad Pennington helmet, and let's add a fourth prize. How about a replica Super Bowl III game ticket display? It comes framed, will look great in your Jet Man Cave. Gift away or super chat away to be entered for your chance to win any of those prizes. And end of this show, let's raffle away a Jets Legends jersey. You pick the player you want. Namath, Klecko, Martin, Krebet, Revis, Mangold, or Keyshawn. Kyle Clifton won a Keyshawn jersey during our first show today. So if you want to win, make sure you gift a membership to your fellow Asmaniac, and we'll put you down like this guy Scoots, who's the first to become a channel member during the show. He also entered himself in our weekly raffle for one. Scoots, thank you very much. Give it up for him. Yeah. Questions. My technology is acting up, but here we go. All right. Dominic D'Angelo in the raffle for one. Thank you very much, Dom. Let's go. Good job. Yes. All right. Got a super chat here from Lou B, who writes in. This may sound stupid, but if Ty Simpson just went full press saying he wants to be a Jet, could teams pass? Jake, I think you started a movement with the chant. So I was going to ask you about Ty. Lou B super chatted it, so he cuts the line.
Jets, Jets.
Dan, how badly do you now want him after he gave us the Jet chant in Indy?
Man, I will say I really like his energy. He's a really good sport with all this stuff. Obviously, of course, as many people have said, you just want to get drafted. So any team who you're talking to, you're probably going to be a fan of and all that stuff. But like, look, he's been very positive, definitely beyond what he needs to be with his love for how the Jets process went. So I think it's really cool. I don't know if it will turn any other team off. And I don't know if it will help the Jets at all in their pursuit of him, but he had a really, really good week. And it does seem like a lot of people are more optimistic about him being a first rounder than they were last, 2 weeks or a week and a half ago. So that part makes me a little concerned, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool that, he didn't really give into the punchline status of the Jets that they can be sometimes. He gave a really thorough and respectful answer every time anybody asks him about the Jets. So I think that's pretty cool.
It just shows you fan morale, just how down bad we are, because it's oh, this guy the Jet chant, all right, I'm in. And here's the thing, right? I still don't want him at 16, Dan, but if they took him at 33, I could live with it. I could deal with the swing. I don't think it stops you from taking a quarterback again in 2027. And the other thing is this, him kind of pandering to the Jet fan, that will get him the benefit of the doubt, because the second they draft him, even those who don't want him at 16, we're all going to be supporting him because he's our guy at that point, right? Bills fans, a lot of them didn't want Josh Allen, but then he was their guy when they took him. So that's kind of how this goes.
100%. Yeah, it's a great play.
The second that they take Ty Simpson at 16, I'm telling you, that's when, this fan base is going to have no choice but to rally around him. But to your point, I thought he had a really good combine. And I know he interviewed well because he's the son of a coach. He played for Nick Saban. He's an older prospect. Doesn't surprise me. There's reports from people in the know that he had great interviews. Boomer Esiason said on morning radio today that he heard Simpson's interview with the Jets went great. Well, Boomer's best friend is Frank Reich. So I connect the dots where he got that from, right? So I don't think anyone should be surprised that Ty Simpson impressed people in Indy. Again, he's healthy, and I think that's the biggest thing with him. He's 215 pounds. He was playing at 190 something, he said, during by the end of Alabama's season, because he was dealing with an injury that caused him to take a medication that forced him to only be able to eat chicken noodle soup, and he lost so much weight because of that. And he was dealing with a back injury, and the inflammation from the medicine caused him to have stomach problems where he couldn't eat, and it obviously affected his play.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the weight, because that was the main thing I was kind of looking for with his entire combine. To be honest, I didn't really care about much else, but he did throw very well, so that's all obviously good. But yeah, that weight was very, very good. Because even watching him in the playoff, you could see his frame was there was nothing there. And like you said, finding out that was all actually health issues, and he does play at a bigger weight, It's huge. It's huge. It just makes you feel a lot safer about that, especially with him at 6'2". It's like a good height and weight balance there for a player. You're not too worried about him being fragile.
So I'll play you what he said to Chris Sims and Mike Florio on PFT because I don't want to misquote him. This was Ty Simpson being asked about the injuries he suffered, and you be the judge, Chef fans.
Some people about your injuries that you had during the end of the year too, just a little bit. What you were fighting through. I know you don't like to make excuses, but go ahead and tell it.
Well, first off, I'm gonna say this, right? If there's any chance that I can be out there and play, for my guys, like I'm gonna do that.
Right.
So, whether it's like I'm able to walk, able to talk, like I'm gonna go out there and play. So, I twisted my back up a little bit, so it made it difficult sometimes to throw. And then, unfortunately, with the medicine that I took, it really messed up my stomach. And towards the end of the year, I weighed about 195, and I'm 215 now. But it was difficult because I couldn't eat anything besides chicken noodle soup.
That's. Wow. I knew you had lost weight. I could watch. Listen, I've been doing this my whole life. I played. My dad played. So I was sitting there going, man, he's beat up, and you could tell you had lost it, and it probably affected you in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, did give me some cushion, but it was something to where, right, like it was out of my control. Taking some anti-inflammatories messed up my stomach, but I hadn't taken any since, and now I'm 215. I feel healthy as an ox, and I'm ready to roll. Jets, Jets.
The pick at 16, Dan, is it going to happen? What's your gut tell you?
And I would say right now, no. I think they just have a lot else that they need to do. Not saying quarterback is not the most important position, of course, but I just think it's a bit of a reach at 16 for me still. And I think it probably will be for them as well. And I don't think that the rest of the league is going to be exactly clamoring. So I feel like it's going to be one of those situations where there's probably 2 or 3 teams that are just waiting and watching, seeing what their tolerance is for how low he goes before they try to move up and get him.
Who could get him before the Jets at 16? Because I fully right now do expect Ty Simpson to be there when the Jets make their pick.
I think he will be there. Yes. I think if anybody else is like very, very interested, they're going to have to go up above the Jets at 16. But I think they're also going to be gauging what the Jets' interest is at 16 as well. Like I said, like I think that anyone watching the situation, they're just going to be developing what their tolerance is for his slide as they get closer and closer to draft day. And a lot of that, like you said, it's going to entail like, hey, are the Jets actually going to do it? And so, yeah.
Look, it's going to be fascinating because you look at Arizona and Miami, 2 teams that are in on Malik Willis. Whichever team signs Willis, they're out on taking a quarterback that early. I don't even think Arizona would do it at 3, but let's say, they don't take a quarterback, but they sign Willis. Well, they're not obviously going to trade back into round 1 to do it. They're picking 34. So maybe they have to move in front of the Jets at 33, get back into the last pick of round 1 to get them then. It's going to be fascinating. We'll have a better idea, at this time next week once the quarterback dominoes start to kind of fall, because that will directly impact, the Jets and some of these other teams thinking on Ty Simpson.
For sure.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Let me shout out Derek, the Jet fan, who is in the ASMANIAC raffle for 1. Thank you very much to Derek. All right, let's talk more quarterback stuff. Not in the draft, though. This one is from Ben Bolin of the Boston Globe, longtime NFL writer. He says the Jets have shown interest in acquiring veteran quarterback Jacoby Brissett from the Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett, Dan, does he interest you? What would the cost be potentially of landing Brissett in a deal?
Yeah, he absolutely does. It's one I actually mentioned, I think, during the season last year or like towards the end. He's a solid bridge. It's not like somebody who you're going to get like super excited about, or, he's not going to suddenly become an incredible elite quarterback, but he's an accurate player. He's a durable player. Like he's done this job for multiple teams in terms of being a bridge. And it's not somebody that you have to play for the whole season. If you do have somebody that you're able to get maybe in, round 2 or 3, but I really like Jacoby Brissett as a good veteran option, because I just think the floor is a little bit higher. He's way more consistent than some of the other options. And so, yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about this. I feel like one of Brissett or Andy Dalton is on the Jets roster this year.
Right. Again, yeah, those are two stable options, and you're bringing in somebody like Frank Reich. You're bringing in, you're coming off of like a really confusing and tumultuous year last year. Like you just want stability, and so yeah, if you give Frank Reich somebody who's going to be that consistent and somebody that understands the game probably in a similar way that he does, it's a lot better baseline for your offense. This new offense that you're installing. Than it would be if you're just like bringing in a bunch of random new guys that are all young and probably don't see the game the way that Frank Reich does. And then it's going to be a really, really big learning curve.
Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. We're talking all things Jets. We're going through some of the reports on their offseason, some of the latest betting odds. We're telling you what's real, what's not, what's just speculation, what actually has some legs. Your thoughts on Kyler Murray, because it felt like reading through the tea leaves, Kyler Murray all of a sudden is more in play than maybe some realize. I still would be surprised, but guys like Matthew Berry have speculated on it. I heard Connor Hughes and Zach Rosenblatt on their podcast today say that they don't think it's a nothing burger, the Jets and Kyler Murray. Is Kyler Murray, in your mind, a real option for the Jets at quarterback this season?
If it were me personally, no. However, I think the smoke has kind of lasted longer than I thought it would.
No one shot it down. Like Kirk Cousins shot it down already. Kyler Murray's still out there. No one's shooting it down.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's been floating around a little too long. So it does make you feel like there's a little bit of a validity to it. Granted, like a lot of this could be carried by his camp. Of course, the Jets are a quarterback needy team. It's a very easy line to just continue to put that out there. But, the Jets could easily find themselves like distancing, distance from this, by giving their own, counter communication. But it does seem like that hasn't really happened. So it seems like this is a possibility still. But I don't know. I don't like the fit in terms of, where each is, where Kyler Murray is in his career and where the Jets are as a franchise. Like, I don't know that this is the redemption path that Kyler Murray would even want. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, it's like the Jets obviously needing to have a lot change in their locker room. I don't know that he's the path that they should be going at. So it just doesn't feel like a good fit on either side, to be honest. But, yeah. We'll see.
It's the Jets, so we can't rule it out, I guess.
Exactly.
Look, the thing with Kyler Murray is if you guaranteed me like health, I could see the argument on his upside being the greatest. But like if you're Aaron Glenn, your job's on the line. You're betting your career on Kyler Murray.
Exactly.
And again, Glenn was laughing at the idea of Kyler Murray even like being like a legit quarterback over his study habits in that clip that resurfaced of him on the Pivot podcast a few years ago.
Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's a fit at all. So yeah, it's why it surprised me that it just continues to last. It's weird.
Who's more likely a Jet, Kyler Murray or Ty Simpson?
To me, Ty Simpson.
I think it's Ty Simpson too. Yeah, I do. It's kind of funny, right? The Jets are in on Brissett or maybe Kyler Murray. How funny would it be if they had Brissett and Kyler Murray just recreate the Cardinals quarterback room?
Yeah, they would. I'd be interested in what Jacoby Brissett would say about.
Yeah, what's his take on it? All right, let's get to the real important stuff that happened in Indy now. Your take on Napgate.
So Daniel Jeremiah's top 50 prospects as Aaron Glenn looks on for the Jets.
Superpowers sleeping. Aaron, wake up!
Fernando Mendoza 1. Jeremiah Love, who we'll also see on Saturday here on NFL Network.
Was he sleeping or was he awake? Your take on Napgate 2026, Dan.
It does seem like there is a glare of some type of screen, perhaps.
Is he resting his eyes? Is he looking down?
I'm not ashamed to admit it's happened to me before. I've been.
I don't know how you could watch the combine and this doesn't happen to you. I know people think I'm anti-Glenn. I'm going to defend his right to nap here. I don't blame him.
It's just Especially it's possible that he was actually looking down at his phone and then fell asleep as well, which is even worse. Like, it's just not fair at all. My gripe here is that NFL Productions saw this in their preview camera, their preview input, and they put it out anyway. And it's hard to say that there's not a conspiracy against the Jets. That's just my take. That's just
maybe the NFL Network camera guy thought that he was looking down.
And to be fair to them, it was David Bailey about to go, so that was the right person to show. But still, they did him dirty. I feel like.
What are your thoughts on the fact that Glenn gave us that, and then days prior he gave us this?
Play call is my superpower, really.
Your thoughts on the week that was for the head coach of the NYJ?
I think he's very much looking forward to this period right now, where it's just going to be straight Darren Muji focus for the next few months, and everyone is going to hopefully forget all these things even happened. Because it's been tough. It's been tough. That's a rough back to back for sure. For sure.
Barbarossa writes in, does Dan have the one ring in front of him? Dude is as bright as an elf princess.
I was hoping nobody would notice. I am slowly being absorbed by the sun.
You have that golden glow going for you there, Dan.
Yeah, I made the mistake of not closing the blinds on this one window here, and the sun is just destroying me. It's good though, good vitamin C.
There you go. You getting that healthy vitamins for you. As far as I'm calling the defense, I mean, what does that mean for the 2026 Jets? What can the Jets defense now do going forward? They're going to go from 31st to where in a best case scenario, given the resources and what you know about Aaron Glenn as a play caller?
Yeah, I think your ideal focus is you just want to at least be middle of the pack, right? The interesting thing with the Jets this draft is that their upside with the potential defensive selections that they can get in the top 100 of this draft is actually pretty high. And so I think there's some interesting combinations. I was just watching a mock draft on NFL Stock Exchange where their haul actually was very, very good for the defense. And so, look, I think that the focus on being better at stopping the run is going to help tremendously. I think the big key here is going to be what happens at linebacker, because that was a severe decline year to year from 2024 to 2025. And so if they can fix that, they can fix linebacker. And a lot of this will mean there have to be a lot super active in free agency, particularly at linebacker. If they can basically shore up these spots that have been critical needs for them in the middle of the defense, I actually think that the upside is pretty good. So I think middle of the pack is probably the floor of what you'd want with Glenn taking over. And then, if everything goes really, really well in the draft and players are a little bit more pro ready than, others maybe, then potentially you're looking at maybe top 13 defense potentially. So, I think it can improve a lot if they are able to make the right personnel decisions, which is a big if, of course.
So you think they'll have an interception this year?
I do. I mean, my goodness. I do wonder who it will be, but man, I cannot believe that last season was a thing that occurred, truly. It's hard to fathom. It's truly hard to fathom, yes.
Well, Dan, I'm going to let you run because you're getting cooked in the sun. I appreciate you hopping on, man, but I'm going to get you out of here with one final question. All right. The New York Jets, week 1, starting quarterback is...
I'm going to say Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett. Oh, baby. That is the answer from Dan Essien of the Badlands Network. I don't think you're crazy for that one. I don't know if I necessarily would hate that. I'd want to know what the rest of the depth chart would look like and what it would cost to potentially get him. But I don't hate that necessarily, all things considered, because I'm not expecting much from that position at the end of the day. But we will find out. We'll get you on again, I'm sure, well before then. Dan, appreciate you hopping on. Great to hang out with you for a couple days down in Indy, and continue success on the Badlands Network.
Appreciate you. And I meant vitamin D earlier, as you know, vitamin C does not come from the sun. But more importantly, there is a Badlands draft event coming up. So please keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled if you haven't seen it yet. Come hang out with us. Jake, I hope you're coming through too.
I'll be there. April 11th, I think, is your guys' event.
Let's go. But yeah, that's all.
Love it. Dan Essien, check it in. Great stuff from him. You can check out his content, part of Badlands Network on Patreon. Hit the like button if you guys are just tuning in. Load up your calls as well. I wanted to make sure we have plenty of time to get people in on the phone lines. As Maniac Madness is here, people are already sending me videos trying to campaign for their spot in the bracket. Ladies and gentlemen, the field of 68 was officially released last night. You can fill out your bracket right now. The link is in the description. You have till Thursday at 10 a.m. to lock in your spot. The play-in tournament gets underway with Carlos and Cash Money Mike on the first show and Man with the Jet Tattoo and Leany on the second show. Those are the matchups on Thursday in the play-in. Gift a membership if you want in on the jersey raffle at the end of the show and our weekly raffle. Again, I want to thank everyone out there for their tremendous support. We're going to get to your calls coming up right now. I did want to also share this nugget from Rich Samiti. He wrote some other names to consider. He said the sense is that the Jets will look to add 2 vets, steering away from overpriced names and focusing on cost-effective backup/stopgap starters. Players such as Tanner McKee, Spencer Rattler, and Tyson Bagent. Another one to watch is Jared Stidham, who's under contract with the Broncos. GM Darren Muji knows him from his time in Denver. None of these names are going to excite you. Maybe McKee, because there's some hype around him for whatever reason. I've seen nothing that should support such a thing. He has barely played. When he played this year in his one game, I didn't see anything that said, yep, let's get him. I am not trading anything of significance for any of these names. Let's get out in front of it. All right, Derek Carr. Okay, what does it cost me to bring him in? Who's the backup behind him? Are we drafting a quarterback? I need to know that. I don't expect the Jets to sign Malik Willis, but obviously the Jets will be linked to him. None of these names are exciting. And you can't even tell me that Bailey Zappi is not better than some of these names that you see on the screen right now. So keep that in mind. That was another little nugget I wanted to drop on the show. Now, let's get to some of your calls. Before we get to your calls, though, do you guys hear the news? We're having a draft party, and it's in Pittsburgh.
Draft Day 2026 live from Pittsburgh. Jets Nation on the clock. Gangrene take Fat McFadden's day and night draft party hosted by the Jake Asman Show.
Thursday, April 23rd, doors open at noon.
Let's go! Yeah!
Let's go, baby. Gangrene takeover at McFadden's in Pittsburgh, right down the street from where the draft is being held. We will have a ton of information about this event, but it's a free event if you RSVP. I just put the link in the live chat. It's been in the description now the last couple of days. Check it out. It's a partnerful invite link. It's super easy. You click it and you're set up. And the man who's helping me make all this happen is on the line. It's our guy, Lou B. Lou, draft party. Let's go, baby.
I cannot wait for the draft party. I can't wait for the draft. We're going to be at McFadden's the night before. We have Paulie D DJing. It's going to be a party. And, you know, we've done that together. It's going to be kind of crazy, right? And then on Thursday during the day, we have 12 o'clock we start. And Jake's going to be all set up there. McFadden's is an incredible place located right down the block from the draft. And it's going to be really incredible. I hope everyone comes. Any Jet fans, if you need any information, you can always reach out to me. Just so everyone knows, to get into the draft, you have to sign up for one pass from the NFL. So you sign up for one pass, it's free to get into the draft, and then RSVP with Jake. And then you just come and meet us there. We'll be there.
We're going to be there. It's going to be a blast. Lou, I haven't even mentioned the Paulie D thing the night before. So Jet fans making the trip. You're going to want to be at McFadden's. Wednesday night, the party. Thursday, doors open at noon. We'll be there hanging out with all the Jet fans who are in town for the draft. I'm going to do a live show from McFadden's during the day. I'll be live from McFadden's after the Jets make their picks that night. It's going to be a blast. And if you don't know anything about Lou B, this man was born to organize big-time events. Give people an idea on what you do for a living, Lou. The audience needs to know this.
Yeah, so for the last 30 years, I've been planning 100-person to 100,000-person festivals. I've done festivals at MetLife, Citi Field, Nassau Coliseum, UBS Arena. I currently run a venue in Atlantic City. I have a beach club, a nightclub, a concert hall, and that's all I do. I do it every single day.
You were born to do this, man. I've seen you in action. You make it happen.
Right. You have, and you and Dylan.
I've seen you get the bottle girls to do the Jet chant down in Tampa
right.
somehow.
I'm all about it all the time. I never take off my colors no matter what. If someone's outside my party and they can't get in, they say, "Oh, he's a Jet fan." I'm like, "Oh, let him in." So I've been dealing with that for a long time.
I love it. Now, who do we have to thank at McFadden's for making this come together here? Because there's a lot of people behind the scenes making this happen.
Yeah, John Sullivan and Johnny Starr, they own about 80 venues throughout the country, and they happen to have one down the block from the draft. So when I found that out, I was like, wait, this is perfect. Call Jake, and we've been working on it for a few months, and we're ready to go.
I can't wait. All right, so when you and I are in Pittsburgh, what's your gut tell you right now who the Jets are taking at 2 and 16?
You know, that's what I called about. So I can't believe how obvious it is that Jeremiah Love should be picked 2. And let me just say this, whether the Jets take him or not, I think everyone said there's no one worthy of moving up. I think he's worthy of moving up, or I think he's worthy of taking at 2. Everyone's like positional value. But if the Giants take Jeremiah Love, we are going to, as Jet fans, we are going to regret this for a very long time.
They took Saquon, though. We didn't regret it.
I know, and look what happened. Look what happened when he was on the right team. And I get it. We're not set
that's
up
the point. That's the whole point.
I understand, Jake, but we have more picks. We have so much free agency money. They could fix the defense in another way. You take Jeremiah Love, it's going to help any quarterback that we have. He's a freak. Come on, Jake. You were at the combine. The guy is incredible.
He's great, Lou, but here's the thing. Yes, the defense could get better before the draft and free agency, but you're not going to find an Arvo Reese in free agency. You're not going to find a David Bailey in free agency. Like, those two guys are studs, man. Like, these guys, like, especially Reese. Reese, if he hits, I mean, he's comped to Micah Parsons, for example. Like that, you're not finding that in free agency. Those guys go for 2 first-round picks plus if they're ever dealt.
So, Jake, I feel like every Sunday we're going to hear, and there he goes again, Jeremiah Love. Boom, gone. There he goes again, jumping over people. And I just...
But they have Breece, though. Are we acting like the Jets don't have any running game?
So, as you know, that we've talked about personally, I do not think Breece... I know Breece doesn't want to be on this team. I've heard it from him. He said it to many people. Now, whether he stays, I think if we trap Breece into a contract, he is going to teach us a lesson. He comes from a different generation. He is going to complain and complain and complain. It's going to be bad news to keep him here unless we pay him and he's happy to be here. He really has to be happy to be here, because if not, he's part of the problem with the Phillips interview. That sort of leads back to Breece in my eyes. He's one of the guys that is in the locker room complaining like that. He is. And I can't say he's not wrong for it. They use him the wrong way. But I don't think Breece is going to stay or be happy. Maybe tomorrow we find out something different.
Well, what choice does he have, though, right? If they tag him, like, again,
yeah, he'll be a miserable person tweeting. I mean, he's been tweeting cryptic shit all day. Super Bowl, tweeting again, posting. He's always complaining. I've seen him on the sidelines. I sit right there behind the bench every single game, and I could just see that face.
But but there could be 2 separate conversations here. It could be they should tag Breece and trade him because of what you're saying, but that doesn't justify taking a running back 2nd overall when your defense was in shambles and you're not a running back away from having a legitimate chance to go on a deep playoff run.
Agreed, but he's not just any running back.
Trade out of 2 then. So if someone agrees with you, the Jets should be able to trade out. If not, then I don't think you could justify it. You can only justify taking him if other teams would take him at 2. I think the Jets would be all alone in that thought process.
You may be right, Jake, but on the Sunday morning, it's going to be rough Sundays when we're hearing this guy. I just don't want him to go to the Giants. That's all I ask. Please.
I don't think the Giants are going to take him after they took Saquon a couple of years ago and it blew up in their
all
face.
Day long from these Giant fans sending me Jeremiah Love videos. Now they're sending me the videos I was sending everyone else. But I don't know. I guess Arvell Reese would be the pick. I mean, that's the pick that I think they should they should take him. And I gotta say, Jake, the Ty chant has put me in like. For him just going out there and saying that, people have been ducking their heads about this team. Don't even want to talk. Some $50 million Dante Moore turned down to come here. And you got this guy, and I understand we have pick 2, and I don't know if he thinks we're taking him at 2 or if that's in his head, but come on now. That was great. Also, you're hearing everyone talk today about his interview. He looked, Frank and him, it could be that Frank factor right there.
Jets, Jets.
You're amazing. All it took was one Jet chant.
That's it. That's all you have to do to win me over. But he looked great. If you look like shit during the combine, I'd be like, hey, that's why you're screaming at us. But the fact that he looked head and shoulders over everyone else.
Well, I mean, look, Mendoza didn't throw for what it's worth.
Yeah.
And look, Ty, I think it's clear Mendoza's going 1, and Ty is clearly the second quarterback in this draft, and there's a huge gap after that. Like, there's no debate between him and anyone else for QB3. It's just a matter of, do the Jets feel comfortable taking a guy with 15 career starts at 16 overall? I would not personally. I would have no problem if they did it at 33. I would understand it.
But how could he get to 33? Yeah, the Rams are 2 picks. You got Cleveland with 2 picks.
I don't think the Rams are taking him. Like, what evidence do we have that the Rams are just going to draft the quarterback behind Matthew Stafford? I think what the Rams are going to do is try and win one more ring with Stafford still playing at the highest levels.
A ton of players for them to take.
And by the way, you know what McVay could do to get his long-term answer at quarterback? When Stafford retires, who's the next disgruntled quarterback out there that wants to go resurrect their career with the best offensive mind in the sport? They'll get someone like that.
33, Jake, that's kind of that.
He might. I would take him at 33 if he's there.
The thing is about 33 is I'd rather trade 33 and get more, draft capital. That's why I don't know. He looks good. And I hope we don't make a mistake and pass on him, and then we're like, holy shit, we passed on this guy 3 times. That's I don't know.
So
Jake,
take him at 33 if he's there. Because 33, if it doesn't work, you could take someone else a year from now.
We would definitely take him at 33 if he was there. The Jets couldn't pass on him at 33 if he's there. I don't think they could do that.
I think he gets there. I do right now. I will say if Miami signs Willis, he's not going 11, and Arizona's not taking him at 3. So I think there's a scenario where he would get to 33 for the Jets.
Listen, my dreams of Mendoza obviously got crushed. I was praying that they would find a way to get him. If I ever heard the ding, 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 the Jets trade up, you will have to I would pass out and die on the floor. I would have a fucking heart attack on the floor, Jets fans, if they ever traded up, which I don't assume that anymore. That dream is over. But, Jake, you have a great day.
Are you sure the dream is over?
Am I sure?
Yeah.
I don't know, because maybe.
I mean, I asked Mendoza about it, and he said, we'll see what happens. Are we sure?
I wish you could have been a Jet, Fernando.
Let's see what happens.
That smirk, Luby. That smirk. That wasn't a no.
You would have to be prepared to call immediately at the sound of that bell when they say the Jets trade up. You have to call 911 for me immediately.
Yes.
I will straight out pass out on the fucking floor. Dead serious. And I just want to say thank you for putting me in the ASMANIAC madness. And I can't think of a better person for me to be matched up against JJ. I'm a man of my word, and JJ is a man not of his word. So thank you for putting me against JJ. Whoever did that, the committee, Nick Shine, Dylan, Boomtown. Thank you. I'm up there. JJ versus Lou B. So vote for me.
And the extraordinary region, the 6 versus 11 matchup could be an upset here.
Jake, is there any rules for this? I was wondering that. Is there any rules?
There's no rules other than when it's your day to perform, you have the right to call in. You'll be the first caller up, and we'll put you on either with JJ or you by yourself, depending on who calls in. The only rule is there is no rules, really.
Okay.
That's it.
That changes things. So right off the bat. Any Jet fan that votes for me, if you go to any home game, you eat for free with me, you drink for free with me, you party with me. I'm going to buy my way through this fucking bracket. If you go to an away game, chances are I am there also. So all you have to do is show me a screenshot of you voting for me. Everything free. Women, anything.
Women.
Everything and anything is on the table. All right, just vote for Lou B. Super Jets fan that I am. And have a great day.
Barbarossa goes, I mean, you already got one vote.
I ain't kidding either, Barbarossa.
Oh, my God. Well, Lou, I'll tell you what. This was one of your finest calls. You're peaking at the right time as an 11 seed.
That's
we
right.
Love this.
Ooh, JD. Nice. Listen, I'm there, Jake. You know that I got the DJ. I'm all set up at every Jet game. You show me that vote, and your whole day will be different.
Ladies and gentlemen,
life, but when it comes to game day, I'm the guy over there, Jake, and you know that. It's party.
Luby, everybody, get ready.
And here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm thrilled Lou made the tournament. The committee, I think, got it right getting Lou in. He's a great caller. He's had some hilarious calls over the last couple of months. And that's a great matchup because, look, JJ, he pulled this crap last year saying, oh, I'm retired, I'm done. And now we just haven't heard from him. He welched on the bet. For those who missed it, we called JJ out. Boomtown had a receipt where JJ said he'd shave his head if the Jets missed the playoffs. We played the clip to JJ. He said, I'm not a man of my word. He's not going to shave his head. He wouldn't even offer anything he would do instead. And we haven't heard from him in a while. He did qualify for the tournament because he was obviously a huge presence. But I think Lou B can knock him out in the old 11-6 special there. And look, that was a great pitch by Lou B. Free everything. Food, women. I don't know what that exactly entails, but things are happening. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of food.
It's Bees Breaker.
This is all goddamn muscle right here.
It's Bees Breaker.
Bringing the cheese. Woo!
It's Bees Breaker.
You clown-sucking douchebag.
Let's hear it go, Bees Breaker.
I got gas right now. Oh. Look at those burgers, big fella. Those are some delicious ones. And you know what we're sponsoring for those burgers? We're sponsoring the all new and improved The Bullshit. Sponsored by the Big Ranch. Go get your Big Ranch right now at a local nearby store near you. We are only just beginning. And
are you grilling in your attic?
Yeah, I'm grilling. This is my inside grill. And we're using my baby right here.
You know what you're doing?
This is my baby right here. My baby. I love this little thing. This thing is calm your freaky down.
Hey, Beast, family show. Calm down.
Hey, this is my little baby right here. My spatch. Why? Because it works like a charm. And wait now, I got this right now at 360.
Are you sure you should be cooking in the attic there?
I did it 20 years ago for a party.
20 years ago.
It's worth it. It's worth it. It's up to it. It's up to any challenge. If you ain't got what it takes, take your ball, go in the back, and whine like the whore that you are.
Hey, calm down, Beast.
They go in the back.
Let me get an expert on the line here, all right? I have an expert chef on the line, all right? He can talk some sense into what's happening. The great chef Kevin joins us now. Kevin, can you please walk us through what's happening here with Beast?
Yo, Beast, please, man. Are you using propane inside, or is that an electric grill?
This is an inside grill. It's one of my inside grills.
Is it electric or is it like propane?
So I've had it for years, and the last time I used it was like during a football game. The last time I used it, I was like years. Been sitting there until why wait? So give it a go, give it a bust.
Dude, I got a couple questions, Beast, man. Because right now, listen up, Beast.
I got a couple things here. Got some steaks right here. We're gonna put down too.
Don't forget to season your meat, man. You got to season your meat. Don't put it on just like that.
I don't forget. I'm carrying this with me too. Read it and weep.
But yo, Beast, let me see your grill, man. What does your grill look like? Is there flames? Is it like a Foreman grill?
It's a Maverick.
Oh, wait, is that flames?
Yeah, it's got flames. I just have it right now. I have it right here at this line right here. Is
it connected to propane or is that something you plug in the wall?
No, there's no propane on. This is just an inside grill.
Okay, you got the window open, right? You're just not
there's a
creating a whole bunch of smoke in there.
Yeah, as long as everything's all clear, we're all good in the good. All you gotta do is use your head, not your asshole.
Yeah, you don't want to use your ass to cook, man. Definitely your head.
Ding ding.
Yeah, but I appreciate in the tourney, man, in the ASMANIAC tourney, man. I appreciate you helping me cook burger. I'm going against him, so you know you're already helping me out right now.
My friend already sent me this, and I love this thing already. This thing is a winner. I love this thing. That's why sponsor. If you want some spices, come get the bullshit right now at your local nearby store near you.
Chef Kevin is facing off against Hamburger in the exciting, thrilling matchup. Let's see. This is in the.
Inside,
are you in the
outside,
Gary?
man.
Oh,
Inside,
you're in the
outside.
Clifton region. So let's see. Yep.
I'm with the OGs, Jake. OGs,
That's right.
inside, outside.
Let's pull it up. There you are. Hamburger going up against Chef Kev. Chef Kev's a 7 seed. Burger's a 10 seed. We got a real cooking flair to the matchup there, Chef.
Oh yeah,
So, Chef Kev,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So Chef Kev, hey, are you a big fan of the one guy from North Carolina, the guy that goes, "We gonna baptize that chicken"?
Who? Dano?
No, there's a guy that it's called BS Experience. Look him up on Instagram. This guy makes chicken look good, man. Jake got a video from him because he says the exact same words. Hey, you know what time it is? We gonna baptize that chicken.
Yo, Beast,
out,
I'm just
brother.
focused. Beast, man, I'm focused on burgers right now. I'm telling you, I'm ready to cook a bunch of burgers, but it ain't just no regular burgers. Like just a regular burgers, dry. I got you got to put cheese, maybe a little barbecue sauce, some bacon, mustard, fresh.
We got regular cheese. We also got mutts, and we also got some provolone. Now,
what kind
let's go.
What kind of bread? What kind of bread are you using?
I got some brioche. Take a look.
Oh, okay. How you like your burgers? You like them medium rare? You like them like medium?
Medium rare, my friends.
Okay.
Medium rare is the only way to go. You know why? Because if you eat them well done, you'll be eating shoe leather. Be going.
So Beast, when was the last time you cooked in the attic? 20 years ago, you said?
Yo, turn that fan on, man. Yo, Beast, turn that fan on, man. You need some ventilation, man.
Hey, put the fan on. Listen to Chef Kevin. He's a professional.
I don't want you to choke up there, man. Yeah, the
Beast,
whole
you're
fire
getting
department
cooking
coming.
lessons. Yeah, Beast, you're getting cooking lessons right now from a legend.
Windows already on.
Yeah.
This is like getting Picasso to teach you how to paint. What you're getting right now, Beast. I'm giving this to you for free.
Word up, Jake.
I suck at painting. I can never paint my way through that shit. The only thing I'm only good at is drawing, not painting. Painting I suck at. And I'll tell you this: I'm not a fish person, but I do like fish sticks.
How are the meat sweats, Beast?
The what?
The meat sweats.
That's fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Relax.
So how long you marinate your steak for, Beast?
I'm gonna take my time and go slow. That's how you do it. Real slow. Hey, enjoy common term and relax. Take a chance. Enjoy the day. Put a little fun in your life.
You have smoke detectors in the house, in the attic? You got smoke detectors
already under control. Look at these are looking
Just make sure that fire department don't come, man.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at these bad boys. Look at that. That is an art, baby. Hey,
starting to smoke. Get that cheese ready, man. You got to melt the cheese on it, right?
We gotta wait.
Burger.
Look at that chin.
Hey, I might have the Jay Leno chin, but I'm the sexiest thing in the world. I'm sexier than Gorman. I'm 10 times smarter than let's see, Craig Kilborn, even what is that? Stephen Colbert, who's an idiot, by the way. And I'll tell you, today's comedy on at late night, they're not qualified. If you want answers, you watch Ed Sullivan or Johnny Carson.
I will check back in with Beast after he burns down his attic. Chef Kevin, I don't want to deprive you of your airtime. You've earned it. You made the tournament. Congratulations, my man.
Nah, I appreciate it, man. Yo, thanks so much, man. That shout out to the committee, like Boomtown. I was plugged in yesterday. I was I had to do a couple things yesterday. I was kind of I had some health things going on, so I couldn't call in, but I was definitely dialed in. Boomtown, great job. I saw Shine, DT, committee, Jake, man, like, yo, I'm excited. Like, now we're starting to see, the OGs, other callers starting to come back in. Like, yo, this is important, man. This is our time. This is our time to shine. And to be honest, man, I've been here the whole time. All right, I'm not a volume caller where I call every day, this and that, but yo, I get my calls in every month, man. I do that. I don't run. I don't hide. I speak my mind. You know, when things are going good, you know, I'll say the goods. When it's going bad, yo, I gotta be real. I gotta call how it is. You know, some people get mad at me in the chat and call me out. But listen, I don't care, man. I don't care. Call for these other people, man. I call, you know, for the community. I call for the Jets, man. I call for you, Jake. You know, we gotta make sure our voices are being heard, man. And it's a good time. This Asmaniac Madness stuff, man. Yo, it's bringing everybody together. You know, the good stuff, man. Like with Burger, you know, he's a good dude. You know, I ain't gonna slander him. You know, he's a good dude. I just wish he calls more, man. You know, when things got rough, my man was ghost. He was hanging from skyscrapers. He was hanging off of buildings, off of bridges. You know, salute to America. Yo, that man's a hard worker, but he ain't call in. Where my man at? Now it's Asmaniac Madness. Now we calling. Yo, let's go, Burger. I got everything up my sleeve, man. Believe me, yo, you better come with it. Talk to everybody. You see me, I'm ready to roll, man. This ain't no game. I got my menu already going up, and it's easy work. It's Burger. That's it. That's my menu. Last year, Bones. Yo, I had to go against a champ. I created a Bones menu, burgers, appetizers. Yo, I came up with I did a raffle. I came up with a little movie kind of thing. Yo, I brought my kid on, Flames. Yo, you name it, yo, I brought it. And yo, I lost to the champ. I'll take that. I'll take that. But this year, yo, I'm bringing the heat again, man. Better believe it, ×2. Believe that.
I love it. Chef Kev, a well-deserved 7-10. You and the hamburger in the opening round, and your region is stacked, man. You got the #1 overall seed in there. You got Neil in there. We got a lot of OGs in this community. You got Ricky and Johnny, Rob and Allen. I mean, there's some great battles in that opening round of 64.
Yo, Castro, don't sleep on him. Clifton. Yo, Clifton, not only is he a volume caller, Clifton's a great volume caller, but he's also quality too. Like, that's something that I was proud of too with the Azzies. The Azzie Awards, I was one of the 4 people nominated for best takes. I was there with Clifton. I was there with Nate. I was there with Ricky. Yo, I bring the takes, man. I bring it. When I call in, I bring it. I don't lie. I don't BS. I don't cap. You know, if I say something, hey, JJ, you know, good dude. But yo, if you call about cutting your locks, cutting your hair, making a bet, you know, you better cut them shits, man. Stop playing, man. You make a bet, stand on that. Don't say, oh, my wife, oh, my woman. Nah, man, cut them shits, man.
Hell
Stop
yeah.
playing.
Chef Kev, I hope you're around because if Beast burns down his attic, we might need some protocol procedures.
Yo, we need that ventilation, man. He need the fire extinguisher. Make sure that's around. Some piece of his clothing, one of them old ass 1984 posters falls from the roof or whatever, from the attic. Get on that grill. Yo, we got a big problem, man. Yo, Beast, you got to be safe, man. Then don't throw water onto a fire. All right, no water on a fire. You got to smother it, man. No playing around. Be safe, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guy Chef Kevin checking in.
And here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Man, I can't wait for the madness. Yeah. All right, here's the deal. We're going to give away a Jets jersey at the end of the show. Let's get some entries. Kyle Clifton won a jersey on the first show. Who's going to win a jersey on the second show? Joe Namath, Joe Klecko, Curtis Martin, Corbett, Revis, Mangold, or Keyshawn Johnson are your jersey options. We've had 3 gifted memberships thus far. Make sure you enter for your chance to win. Gift your fellow Asmaniac a channel membership to get in the Asmaniac raffle. More calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we say hello to Ron, who joins us. Hello, Ron.
Oh, Jake. Oh, Jake.
What's up, Ron? Got you loud and clear.
I'm going to pull over real quick. I'm just calling. I'm upset. I'm sick of hearing about all the quarterbacks off the trash heap that we're talking about getting. I mean, here's how I see it: is you're talking about getting quarterbacks from like the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, Tua. Not that you are, but people keep placing these quarterbacks with us. People that even teams that are either as bad as us or worse than us don't even want. Why do we want them? Go with, especially if you have to give up something for them. Like I would say, go after somebody like Mariota that's not going to cost you something. And at least he's a smart guy. He's been in the league. I don't even care about him. I'm just saying we keep getting linked to all these guys that even those teams don't want. So why are all of a sudden they the answer? I know that we call them a stopgap. Well, they're going to be a stopgap on those teams too. Those teams don't have quarterbacks either. So I long for the days when we get a damn quarterback. So every year at this time, we're not every crappy quarterback that nobody wants is linked to the Jets. It's just my friends all bust my balls. My wife does. Your
wife does. Who does she root for?
She's a Jets fan now. She's been going. She used to go with me to games in the '80s when I had my first tickets at Giants Stadium. I was all the way up against the concrete wall. Anyway, so she's a fan now. She's been for years, and she just wants same thing. She's like, when are you guys going to get a quarterback? So it's just I'm just saying all these guys, these names, like it's just when you really listen to it.
There's no name out there though, Ron. That's the problem. That's the spot the Jets are in. Like whether they sign Marcus Mariota or trade a 4th-round pick or 5th-round pick for Jacoby Brissett, I don't think there's a long-term answer that's out there. Now, if they draft Ty Simpson, you will have the hope that he could develop into that guy. But I don't know if I want to do it at 16. If he's there at 33, I'm okay with taking the swing because you can there's 2 types of teams in the NFL: teams with a quarterback and teams without one. And that's the reality. Until the Jets solve quarterback, there's a finite ceiling of where they could actually go to.
I agree, and once again, even if it meant taking him at 16 or 33, whatever it is, if he's the guy, and I don't, not that I care about Aaron Glenn's opinion, Frank Rice maybe a little more so, but if he's the guy, if he really is someone everybody believes can be a possible starter in the NFL, I would say take him at one of those spots. And once again, we have the 3 picks next year. Take another one next year. You could trade him, whatever, but at least see what you have in camp. Doesn't mean he's going to start this year, but I really, you like everybody says, you have a quarterback, you have nothing. It's just one of those, I just hope don't be afraid to take one with one of those picks because, we don't have one, and we're going to be talking about the same thing next year. Brissett, and believe me, those guys. Once again, they're stopgaps, which I don't think some of them are going to want to be a stopgap, including Cousins and all these guys. So we'll be doing the same circle that we're going to be in, for years until we get one of these guys. It's just it's frustrating.
I just don't know if any of the options wouldn't be a stopgap that are out there. And again, a year from now, if they take the swing at quarterback in the draft, it's a better class to do it. You don't force the pick either. Like you can't magically create a franchise quarterback. Now, I think they need to still draft someone every year till they have one, but there's levels to that. Yeah. Last year, it bothered me they didn't take a swing on anyone in the draft, and we're ending up watching Brady Cook play the last 5 games of the year. Like, I rather have watched someone they took on day 3, so at least we had something instead of a UDFA who clearly didn't belong. So I think they'll take someone this year. They could take someone as high as 16. I'd be surprised. But they got 2 twos. Maybe they trade back and acquire a 3rd and do it there for Garrett Nussmeier or Drew Aller or Taylon Green or whoever. But they're going to take someone. It's not a great year to need a quarterback. You have Ty Simpson, then a huge drop-off after that.
And once again, no matter what they end up doing, don't be afraid to take another one next year. Agreed. Until you have one, you have nothing. Here's another thing. Does everybody know, you did the Houston Texan coverage, that Aaron Glenn hypes up the whole, I'm a Jet, I always want to be a Jet again. The fact that he came back and retired as a Texan instead of a Jet, I could believe it more, but he came back and signed that 1-day contract to retire as a Texan instead of a Jet.
He did.
So it's just one of those things, like, he's not a diehard Jet. So, we have to not go crazy about that. He's a Jet. No, why didn't he come back and, they drafted him. Why didn't he come back and retire as a Jet? Just saying, for argument's sake, Anyway, Jake, love your show. And, keep it up, man. I got a couple-hour drive to South Jersey, and, I laughed my ass off the whole time. So,
well, thank you, Ron. Hopefully you call in more. So this time next year, you're in the tournament.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks a lot, Jake.
Ron L. checking in. Safe driving, Ron. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to raffle away a jersey at the end. Big fellow with a super chat. I have Chef Kevin making a run. Beast, open a window. Your global studio is going to smell like meat and attract animals and bugs. Grill outside. Wise words from the big fella. Beast, hopefully you listen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to your outstanding calls. But first, we do need a meat update.
Woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Ay, 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 ay.
Beast, are you there? Oh, boy. Beast's place is on fire. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Goodness gracious. What's happening?
We're not on fire. Cut the crap.
On fire. Look at this photo of you.
Oh, that's all bullshit. Come on, enough.
Do I need to call the fire department?
It's fine. You all stop acting like 2-year-old children. Jesus Christ.
Is this picture real? Is it on fire?
Hey, whoever made that is a goddamn moron. God damn, you guys are acting like morons.
I guess that photo's fake because it doesn't look like there's a fire in your apartment.
It's fake.
Is it?
You think I look like a damn moron?
I'm asking. I couldn't tell.
Today, right when I was going to pay my bills, some asshole was, trying to tell me to take my MAGA hat off. I told him, yeah, go screw yourself. And
what does that have to do
I
with?
walked away from it. You know why? Because I don't need bullshit like that.
What does that have to do with your apartment being on fire?
It's not. Are you seriously smoking funny cigarettes? Or are you just gonna stand there and give me a BS lecture of your own?
No, I was asking if it's on fire or not. It says you're a pro cook of 16 years.
That's fine, and you're all acting like children. Give me a break, Einstein. You think I know what the hell I'm doing? I already know what
you
the
should
hell
be cooking in your room, though.
20 years ago, I had a bar before I transformed everything. I had my own bar. So if you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen.
Well, you're in your kitchen.
Well, thank you.
Beast, is this you with meat sweats?
Are you that stupid? Really? You think I got enough problems to worry about. Let's see. Worry about this going off and then having to put lidocaine patches on because I'm screaming and yelling, and then also trying to get rid of the BS which I don't want. I got things better to do than argue and yell with morons on steroids. And these burgers are almost ready to go. And boy, look at this. Art imitates life. Yeah, that's right. Can't take it, then take a hike. These burgers are perfect.
Hey, let me bring on my food guy to evaluate your cooking.
Extraordinary. Extraordinary. That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. It's quite extraordinary. Quite extraordinary. You know women shouldn't vote. Just do laundry and vacuum. Extraordinary.
This is something.
Yeah. Someone, a guy that has balls and brains. I do got balls and I do got brains. Not rocket science. You think? Oh, was I born yesterday?
No, it doesn't appear that way.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fonderell.
Do you have balls?
I got all sorts of balls. I got football. I used to have a basketball back in the day. I got a couple of baseballs, and I got a softball around there somewhere, which I don't play softball.
All right. Well, he meant literally he has balls. Okay. Not metaphorically. Okay.
Now I'm gonna say it's like me. I'm gonna say it's like Miyagi. All right. Enough discussion. Closed. Now we come. Continue, kata.
Do you ever talk like you? Do you ever say anything that you would say?
I learned from the best.
Mr. Miyagi is the best.
Bishop is a retard on steroids, has the brain of a pint toilet paper at the nearest nearby Dollar Tree here in the United States of America.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Wow. Unreal. That's not ready. This is not ready. Let's look one more time on. Oh, look at these babies. Oh, look at them babies. You cannot say art but you could definitely say that is what you call a work of art. I'm going to let these steaks cook for one reason. After they're done, I'm going to chop the fat off of these bad boys. Why? Because the fat helps that steak give it its nice texture. You want texture. You want good meat. You got to keep the fat on. After cooking it, you can take the fat off. That's the best part. The best part is taking the fat right off.
Why would you take the fat off?
Because it helped absorb that flavor you're looking for. Gordon Ramsay would even
You're gonna
tell
take
you
the fat off the steak?
Duh. Gordon Ramsay would tell you the same thing. Even his chef in Paris would even tell you, and even some of the German chefs would tell you the same
in Paris
thing.
or a German.
I'm just saying in terms that some of the French chefs would even say the same damn thing. Take the fat off after it's done because it absorbs. That's why.
It absorbs what?
Wow.
It absorbs what?
It absorbs its
Do you have any idea what you have no clue what you're saying? You're just saying words out
I
loud,
just
correct?
said
That's what we're
absorb
doing
its
here.
texture. Dude. Oh my God!
You're saying words out loud.
Because
Okay.
I'm telling it by facts. You goomball.
No. Understanding something means that you can explain it without looking at notes, right? I'm asking you what you're talking about. You
not
can't
looking at
explain it,
notes,
which is to suggest that you
I'm
don't
just
understand
giving
it.
facts.
What
You know-
facts are you talking? What facts are you talking about? Like what facts are you?
When you
what's
get
that-
done cooking the steak, you take off the fat. The fat.
That's not
gave
that's
it
not a
its-
fact. That's
the fat
that's
absorbs,
the
giving the meat
direction. What
its
if I
texture.
don't do that? What are you
It's light,
talking
too.
about? What are you talking
Cooking a
about?
steak, you moron.
Hey, cooking a steak.
Boy, you
Yes,
are-
you
you-
could take the fat off the steak.
You know what?
I'm asking you
what-
why
you know
you
what,
would do that.
Yee-Wei Malmsteen from 1994 said these words: "Blind leading the blind. No one sees the seventh sign." 1994. Look it up.
I have
I've
no
heard
idea what
Yee-Wei
you're talking
Malmsteen
about.
so many years.
I have
Check it
no
out.
clue.
Because you
Is this thing
you
on?
don't think.
What's
Jerry,
going
you're
on
a
here?
low IQ guy. Your brains
No.
are your brains are below toilet paper. Your IQ is no lower than a shriveled shit stick, and you
No lower than
basically
that.
have no clue.
That means
Because
it's
your
that
brain
or
dead.
higher. You understand what you're saying, correct?
Well, here's the thing too. You've taken so many shots up the head because you've been living up in dementia world. Because when you get older and that heat hits you, that's when you start going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? Yes, Maniac Madness. You get to pick the ones that make the show rock. I'm legit, as a Jew.
That right there, folks, could be an actual battle in the tournament. It really could. We could see those two meet in a national championship game. Because if you look at where they're positioned, they're each on the opposite side of the bracket. We could get Gary versus Beast in the final. That is a possible matchup. Make sure you fill out your brackets. If you're in the bracket pool, make sure you do it by Thursday. Otherwise, you won't be eligible. All you have to do is click the Splash Sports link in the description for the video, and you can fill out your bracket. I'll even give people a little tour on what the website looks like. It's super easy. Here's the homepage here. We're up to 84 people that have filled out a bracket. Let's see who we have here, right? Who's made their picks? Jake Asman, Kevin Zerwicker, Amanda Madison, Dom D'Angelo, Sean, my brother, Evan Wagner, Sham, Tony, Human Fun, Mike D, Dylan Terraman, How I Metcalfed Your Mother. That's obviously a government name. Mad Max, Chris B, Gary King, Gary K, Rat Diddy, Nick Shine, Thunderlips, Los Jets. Good to see a lot of names in the tournament filling out a bracket. It's super easy. And if you enter the bracket pool, you're entered for a chance to win one of the following signed Jet-related items. You guys ready for this? The top prize in Asmaniac Madness, I will tell you shortly because I have it written down, is a signed Nick Mangold jersey. Second place wins a signed Darrell Revis helmet. Third place wins a Wayne Corbett helmet. So enter for your chance to win. Again, once you join the bracket pool, it's super easy. You could literally go over to your bracket. You generate picks. Again, these are not my official picks here. I just filled this out yesterday during the show to show you guys how it works. It's like submitting a March Madness bracket for anyone who's ever done that. So this is as easy as anything else we've done. Make sure you get your picks in, though, because the bracket will lock Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. All right, let me get to a couple of memberships and we'll go right back to your outstanding calls. ISU in the raffle for one. Let's go, ISU.
Just don't let go of the rope.
ISU, a mastermind behind the scenes. I'll leave it at that. Let's see. This one's from Mace B with a super chat. Saw a clip of a host hating on your success. You've grown massive global community. Well, thank you, Mace B. People like you who watch in Australia and all around the world are some of the most incredible listeners of mine. So I really appreciate that. Let's get right back to your calls. Derek has been waiting the longest. What's up, Derek?
Hey, Jake. How we doing, brother, man?
What's up, dude? How are you?
Not much. I'm good, dude. Just want to send an extra special shout out to all the committee members and all the wonderful community members that we have in here. I'm super stoked for Thursday. I had Lou B is the absolute man. I love his calls. Something about love it too. I don't know. There's only been 2 running backs in the history of the NFL to ever win a Super Bowl, drafted top 2 overall. I believe that's a Sir Marshall Faulk and a Reggie Bush. Other than that, it's never happened. I just think
what about
whenever
Saquon?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Google, yeah.
But again, if Saquon didn't win his Super Bowl with the team that drafted him.
Right. Okay. Yeah, maybe that was teams that drafted him. I'm not for sure. Good call, though. Yeah, Google, it must not have had that updated yet. I just feel like we lost 5 straight games by 23 or more points. That's an NFL record. And we just traded Jermaine Johnson. That definitely tells me if I had to pick who we're taking at 2, I'd probably go Reese or Bailey. I think it's definitely going to be an edge rusher. I just think when you look at how bad the defense was, I don't know if you can just justify grabbing a running back. I mean, you just extend Breece Hall, I'd be okay with 10 to 12 mil per year on like a 2 to 3 year deal. I think he's earned it. I think that him alone being on the roster would make it easier for, any bridge quarterback or rookie quarterback that we might potentially take. I just think when you look at how bad that defense was last year, you have to think about defense at 2 and 16 maybe. And at 16, maybe we go receiver at 2, like maybe a Tate or, one of those options. But I think at 16, I think you got to go maybe receiver or defense here in the first round. I'm definitely okay with not taking Ty Simpson at all in the first round. I think that would be unnecessary. I think we just have too many holes to fill on the rest of this roster. And we didn't have a single 1,000-yard receiver. I mean, granted, I know the quarterback play wasn't the best, but I don't love it too. I don't know. It seems like a bit of a stretch for me.
I agree. I cannot take a running back at 2, no matter what. I think it'd be a huge mistake. I would love for the Jets, pun intended, to get someone that wants love so bad they trade up and then they can move back. Again, if a team like Kansas City wants to come up because they're worried someone will take them, awesome. Let's make a deal. I don't think that's feasible, though, Derek. I don't think teams are desperately moving up for a running back in today's NFL.
Yeah, I don't see anybody trading up either at number 2. Yeah, again, to your point, you got to hope that somebody fell in love with them enough. Maybe like the Chiefs or like maybe the Saints or something. I don't know. Whichever teams need running back and safety. Because I'd be okay with trading out of 2, maybe back to 6 or 7. But I'm not quite sure if anybody would want to trade up that high to 2, but I'm not sure. I don't know which of these GMs fell in love with a certain player that they might potentially be willing to trade up 4 or 5 spots for. I was wondering if you thought that there might be a team in the top 10 that might trade with the Jets at number 2, and if you'd be okay to trade back for maybe acquire a couple more picks.
Yeah, look, again, I would love any sort of trade back if possible. I think it's easier said than done. These mock draft simulators have fans thinking that anyone can just make a deal. Yeah. It's not like that. And it's especially hard this year with the limited amount of quarterbacks, limited amount of premium offensive tackles in this draft. Like, this is not a good year to need a tackle. That makes it hard. Now, maybe one of these teams falls in love with one of the edge rushers and the Jets are cool moving back. But I wouldn't want to move too far down. I don't want to leave this draft without coming away with Reese or Bailey. I mean, maybe Sonny Styles I'd be cool with, but how far down can you really go for that,
Yeah, especially with the combine he had, was absolutely went berserk. He definitely looks like he could be one heck of a player. I'm intrigued to see if maybe he can transition to defensive end, and maybe because I think he'd be solid as like a linebacker for sure. But if you could get like a hybrid linebacker type, imagine you can get him and he plays both positions. I don't know if about Styles at 2. I think I feel more comfortable in Bailey and Reese, but I mean, be that as it may, I'm not sure which direction they go there. I was also wondering, if we don't extend AVT, would you be comfortable at 16, maybe picking a guard at 16, like Ione from Penn State, or maybe a couple others highly touted guys?
Yeah, it's not my preference, but if he's the best player, you got to at least consider it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. 16.
That'd be
does seem kinda
disappointing,
high.
though, if they let AVT and Simpson walk and they just never replaced either. Like, again, sign a different guard in free agency then.
Yeah, that's the kind of the route I'd like to take, I feel like, is just use some money or free agency, because I think we got the third most salary cap space right now. I definitely prefer to go that route, especially for a proven like veteran guard. I think we have a chance to have a top 5 to 10 offensive line. Like I really do, with Fashanu and Membo, Tippmann.
To your point, if that's in play, like why wouldn't you just sign Joel Bitonio from Cleveland or Isaac Malo from Pittsburgh, David Edwards from the Bills as a free agent, Zeitler from the Titans? Like again, like if you're letting AVT and Simpson both walk and you go into the draft without an obvious guard, that'd be a mistake. So
yeah,
don't do that. Just bring AVT back or sign a different guard.
Yeah, I would very much like to attack the guard route. And then at 33 and 44, I don't know if you bundle 16 with 33 or 44. Like I think last time he was talking, we could maybe get up to 7. I was wondering if maybe we had to hypothetically either 33 and 16 or 44 and 16, maybe trading up to a potential 7 for a Sonny Styles. And maybe if
I would do it. I would do that. I would do it for maybe Downs too, if they love the player enough.
Ooh, that would be cool. Downs at 7, which could potentially happen, I guess. And my last thing, I just, in terms of, there's a lot of gripe about like the bridge quarterbacks. It's a terrible year to need a quarterback. You know, I feel like most of the Jets fans are probably going to be pretty disappointed or upset with whoever bridge we did get. But this is just a guy that's going to get us to 2027, where we have 3 firsts and all the ammunition we're going to have or need in order to go up and get a guy. So let's not be like too bummed out or critical of like whatever quarterback the Jets do bring in. I think what's our ceiling, 5 to 7 wins. I mean, if you're a realistic Jets fan out there, I think that's probably going to be the case. I hope Aaron Glenn supersedes all expectations, and I hope we're a good football team and making a playoff push. But I don't see it. But
play call is my superpower, really.
Well, now he's going to tap into his superpowers, Derek. So you got to be aware of that. All right. You didn't factor that into your evaluation, did you? Ladies and gentlemen, a super chat from Johnny Boy. Luppy's my friend, tag team champions forever. Johnny Boy is competing in the tournament after all. Will he take down the Lupp man? I believe that's the matchup, right? Johnny Boy and Luppy, a 7-10 in the Dangerous Alliance region. Speaking of a dangerous alliance, ladies and gentlemen, we head back to a man currently cooking in his attic.
Woo, 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 woo.
Beast. Well, the attic is not on fire, so that's good. This was a false report earlier. What we were looking at here. I hear something.
All right. Gonna get ready here. You know what we're about to do? Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to put on some brioche. All right, let's get ready here. Beautiful work of art. All right, fucking diarrhea, cha-cha-cha. All right, we're going to get these bad boys puffed. Now, you want a good brioche? You got to get it started. Smell that. Fresh brioche.
Breaking sports news on the Jake Asman Show.
Gator has received Beast mail saying, "You hungry for burger or steak? Beast, what's the better item?"
Well, take a look at both. Look at how both of them worked out. Fantastic. See, all you needed to do was concentrate. Use your head, not your ass. Smell this. Delicious. Fantastic.
I will check back in with you when you're done.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Purple belt Mike, he loves the dark knight. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that purple belt Mike. he can still kick your dirty ass.
Can we take a minute and just appreciate Matthew Schaefer? I mean, my God, he might have the best rookie defenseman ever, the rookie season ever for a defenseman.
He's on his way. I mean,
He has a chance to have it's unbelievable. This guy has turned around the Islanders from being perpetually average to a real threat. So all it takes is one guy. And for us Jet fans, it takes us one guy also. If we can get one guy that can change the team, man, we just need one guy. We need to find our Matty Schaefer. Because Matty Schaefer took basically the same team into a playoff team. And a good team. Fighting from behind. It's unbelievable what he's doing. And we need to find the Jets version of Matty Schaefer.
Well, it's a quarterback, and unfortunately, as we know, those don't grow on trees.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm starting to warm up now to Simpson. I don't know if it's just because he's been planting the seed or whatever.
Jets.
We know you've been planting the seed based on what you wrote in the private chat last night, you dog.
Someone's got to do it.
Calm your freaky down.
Anyway.
Your dog knows.
I know. Anyway, I'm sure you covered this, but with Mekhi Lemon, someone that was that bad in their interviews or whatever, is that someone that you think that we should get in the locker room? Because the talent's there, but we know how our locker room and the reporters and all that shit.
If it's true he was bad in the interviews, I hope he falls all the way to 16 and I'd take him in 2 seconds.
Yeah, so if that's the case, okay. Because
I think he was
like
awkward at his presser. I don't think he was actually bad in his interviews. I haven't seen that from anyone credible to this point, but we'll see.
Got it. I thought Brian Kaz. Oh no, wait. Kaz said we're out on Cousins. Who reported the Mekhi Lemon shit? It was someone. Wasn't it from a legit source or no?
No one credible.
Oh, all right. So who knows? It's probably just whatever. But yeah, I'm loving my Islanders, baby. We can turn around. We just got to get our guy.
Mike, one of these days.
I hope so. I don't want to lose any more hair, but I don't think I got any more to lose. So,
any advice for Beast? By the way, we know you're one to cook outside. You were grilling, I believe, in the winter, in the cold.
I'm confused. Is he cooking in his attic?
Global Studio headquarters.
Yeah, is that where he's cooking? Is he cooking in the attic?
Hey, this bad boy is my baby. Hey.
What do you got? What kind of grill do you got? You got an electric grill?
I got a Maverick, but look at these bad boys right here. Take a look at that.
Is it electric?
You want to see electric? Does trolls tell, Sonny boy?
All right, yeah, it's electric. All right, good.
I'm
right now rocking propane in the house or something.
I'm right now gonna get these burgers, the buns. I'm gonna toast the bun. You know why? If you toast the bun,
who are you cooking all that food for?
If you toast the bun
himself, that's a meal for one.
Here's the kick.
You got like 8 burgers there. You're gonna eat 8 of them?
That's a beast size.
It will be the sexiest thing you've ever had in your life.
Beast, that's like 6 pounds of meat, dude. You can't be eating all that.
Hey, that's why some of it we're going to save for basketball, because this week I'm going to be watching some of the Knicks games, and also the steak. I'm going to take the fat off. The fat helped get that steak the nice punch that I'm looking for. That's why I'm going to take the fat off. The fat rendered it, gave it a nice boom, boom, boom. The French will even tell you. The Germans will even tell you, take the fat off.
What about the Australians?
What about the Italians?
They will tell you the same thing. Take the fat off.
Take the fat off.
Do you cook for little Joey? We haven't seen him in a while. How's little Joey?
He's right now having dinner. He's eating dinner right now. He's having his cucumber.
Does he have burgers too or no?
Fantastic. And you know what cheese we're gonna go with? We're going with some Swiss. That's right.
All right, fantastic, Beast. Thank you. Keep us updated on your dinner. Here's the chat summary of our show. Viewers in the chat are saying they are entertained by the streamer cooking a large amount of food including burgers and steak inside a bedroom. They are also discussing the streamer's subscriber count and commenting on the intense smell of the food. Just another day on a Jet YouTube show.
I got gas right now.
Fill out your ASMANIAC Madness bracket. Our next caller is a tandem in the tournament. Party with Peg and Artie are next. Hello, Peg and Artie.
How's everybody today?
We're
Hope
fantastic.
everybody's doing well. Hey, I never thought in a million years that when we sent Beast those spices, that he was going to cook in his attic with it. We were sweating. We were thinking there's definitely going to be a fire of some kind. I should have known Beast is a professional global enforcer, and he had everything under control.
I've never
But it got me
seen
thinking, Jake.
a better cook in an attic than Beast, for what it's worth.
If just picture this though. Jets at Bears next year. Meet up. About 15, 20 ASMANIACs having a pig roast in Beast's attic before the game. How sick would that be?
I'm there. I'm ready to roll.
I'm ready to roll too, man. We're going. Anyway, Breece Hall. They have to get that stuff settled today, right? Tomorrow is tag day, isn't it? So,
well, the deadline's tomorrow. I think at 4 for the tag.
okay. So did they have to reach an agreement by tomorrow at 4, or they have to at least say they're going to tag them? But they don't have to announce it, right? They can just do it under the table and make us wait another day or two till they announce something, I assume.
Well, it has to be officially submitted to the league by 4 tomorrow, so we'll know by then. But I'm sure it'll be leaked out and reported on before then.
All right. And then as far as free agents go, are they free to sign any free agents now, or is there a tampering period that we have to wait for, or how does that
Monday,
work?
Week from today, legal tampering, aka you could start negotiating deals, and then Wednesday those deals could become official.
Okay, good. So we're about a week away for everything going down.
Correct.
All right, sounds good, bro. Yeah. We hope he stays.
I hope they keep him too, Peg. I think they should.
All right, man. Anyway, as Maniacs, we wanted to pop in and say hello. We're looking forward to the tournament. Rube, we'll see you at high noon or maybe 4 p.m. or whatever Jake decides.
Ladies and gentlemen, Party with Peg and Artie checking in. You know, speaking of the tournament, we would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge, obviously, how different this tournament is year over year. As many of you guys know, last year's tournament was a special time, but unfortunately, not everyone from last year could make the tournament this year. Here's just a few that are no longer in the tournament, and warning, get the tissue boxes ready.
Listen, Pigmouth, shut up. Half off, you're in front of me, Dave. You what?
Nate, parentheses, Nate.
Get it in the rafters, Quantez. I'm a big fan.
Buttered sausage.
Only on this show, dude.
Hey, I'm sorry. I was still here. Oh, okay. How you doing?
Hey, we were just watching you at work. We wanted to see what it was like. Hello, Chiefs fan.
Yo, last night I was outside talking and I walked over and checked on my neighbor and I found out my neighbor passed away.
Very emotional. Very emotional. Oh, I can't wait for this year's tournament. Shout out to Gator. That was brilliant. The Chiefs fan thing at the end. Oh my God. I'm dying. That was amazing. Shout out to everyone in this tournament this year. It's gonna be insane. Hey, let's get some gifted memberships. We got the raffle coming up. Robin Boy Wonders in the raffle for one. His superpowers gifting.
Play call is my superpower, really.
We also have this from Derek the Jet fan, who had an excellent call earlier. He's now in the raffle for one.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
Here are the new set of raffle prizes: Curtis Martin signed jersey, Darrelle Revis signed helmet, Chad Pennington signed helmet, and I'm adding a fourth prize, a framed Super Bowl III replica game ticket. You could raffle or you enter for your chance to win any of those weekly prizes. And then end of the show today, we give away one of the following jerseys of your choice: Keyshawn, Mangold, Revis, Corbett, Curtis Martin, Joe Klecko, and Broadway Joe Namath. All right, home stretch. Couple calls here. First, a super chat from Lou B. He was like, I just spoke to him last night. Lou, who did you think died? Let's see. He goes, I thought they died. I don't know who you thought died. No one to my knowledge in that montage actually died. They just didn't make the tournament this year. Our next caller did, though. Coach Oglick is next. Hello, Coach. Very emotional. I know.
I was overwhelmed.
I know.
I can't believe BMAC's not in it.
It's tough.
Okay. Thank you to Boomtown. Thanks to the committee. I know there's a lot of work. I major props. This is the off season. Thank goodness the legal tampering period is starting soon. Gosh, I obsess over this team like many of the Asmaniacs and you, Jake. So I don't think I have a shot. I've been calling for Black Gypsy to be a #1 seed, and in my bracket, I voted for Black Gypsy. And while I'll still give a good speech on why people should consider voting for me, I'm going to officially be taking the platform of anyone but Gary. That's where I'm living.
I saw you immediately started posting on the Asmaniac bracket pool message board, anyone but Gary. So you're starting a campaign to just take down Gary at all costs.
Just like Richard Pryor, vote none of the above. I'm going to start campaigning for anyone but Gary. And I know there's a lot of Gary fans, and I'm sure he loves the fact that he's taking up space in my brain right now. He said that before, but I think, I'm voting. I'm going to create a whole bunch of profiles to vote for Amanda. I'm going to walk around the streets of San Jose looking for people during live voting to log into their phones. I may go to some heavily populated areas to ask for more votes. Anyone but Gary. Remember, Coach Oglick says, anyone but Gary.
Coach, we appreciate you calling in.
The Jet fans getting a little crazy.
Let's go to Gary for a live reaction to that call. Let's go back to Coach Oglick for his take on Gary's comments there.
That's my favorite call ever.
Woo, 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 woo. Ay, 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 ay. Take a look at these. That's right, baby. Look at that. Fresh. Toasted seeded bun. Brioche. Now, folks, don't be cheap. Get brioche. If you want good stuff, you get brioche. You know why? Flavor, texture. And don't have it soggy. You know why? If it's soggy, it's crap. If it's toasted, it's sexy.
Any reports to the rumors of these burgers causing this?
Fucking diarrhea, cha-cha-cha. Fresh burgers, baby. Fresh, fresh, fresh. You know why? And I got them at a great price. $7 for an 8-pack. You know, hey, that is, in the words of the great $1 Million Man, everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man. Everybody's got a price.
Hey, can you eat a burger live on the air? Give us a live taste test.
let's go here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into this bad boy. Taste. A minus. This is a perfectly, look at that. Look at the seasoning. Look at that right there. See right there? That's medium rare, baby. Now, folks, when you cook your burgers, make sure you leave a little of this in there too, because why? Medium rare makes it sexy and it has a nice twist. No, Black Gypsy, you know shit about my world, pal. You want to stay in your world? Stay in your world. Don't come on my path. This is delicious. This is the best. Gordon Ramsay would even be proud to say this is a delicious burger. How do you do it? Simple. Take it easy. Go slow. The burgers are not to be played with. That's why you don't play with the meat. You take it easy.
Hey, Big Fella says it's not fully cooked.
I like it medium rare. Not all the way. You know why? It ruins it. It's delish.
Is that cow still alive? Someone wants to know.
If someone's that retarded, then find another program. You're not qualified for this job. You couldn't lace my boots, carry my bags, or even touch my jockstrap. So if you can't stand the heat, as Harry Truman once said, if you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. Fucking diarrhea, cha-cha-cha. This is delicious, the best. I don't know how I do it, but I'll tell you, them seasonings from Florida are the best. They came out quality. That's what you're looking for. You want quality, you go and get it. You can't spend the money wisely, then you know what? You're not qualified. You don't have it. You don't got what it takes. You don't have no balls. You might as well go back in your closet and play a Polly Pocket or whatever. Leave the cooking to the pros. And I'm talking to the real pros. That's a quote from good old Shooter McGavin. Happy Gilmore 96.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
All right. Thank you, Beast. That was something. Let's go back to Gary for another spectacular call. Hey, Gary. Check back in with Coach Oglick. Coach, your thoughts on Gary's last two calls?
It's even better than the prior one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we might have won Coach Oglick over.
JETS. Yes. All right, let's go.
This is beautiful. Art. What life is to art, what art is to professional wrestling, from professional wrestling to professional cooking. This has to be the best. And I'll tell you, some people say, some people are great. Some people are chess players. Some people are Monopoly players. Some are even Battleship players. I like to be my own player. Woo woo woo, woo 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 woo.
All right, I got time for a couple more calls. Ladies and gentlemen, some super chats. But first, Austin Jets in the raffle. I'm counting names. We're only at 11. If you've never won a raffle, I would enter. This is your best chance. We don't have a ton of entries in this afternoon's raffle. Austin is in for 5.
The Jet fans getting a little crazy.
Austin, thank you. I got you down. Georgie says, I'll join you, Coach. I'm 30 minutes from San Jose. So Georgie teaming up to try and take down Gary with Coach Oglick in our tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls. Johnny Boy is on the line. Hello, Johnny.
Yo, what up, Jake? What's poppin', man?
Johnny Boy, a 7 seed in the tournament. Last night, he was on the fence whether he'd compete. I believe you've come around and you will be giving it your best effort against Luppy as a 10 seed against a 7.
That wasn't me yesterday, bro. I don't know. Yo, AI is crazy, dog. I don't. What are you talking about?
That wasn't you?
Nah, I wasn't on yesterday.
Well, yeah, I got duped. Well, anyway, congrats on making it to the tournament, Johnny Boy. I'm excited for you.
Yo, I saw the video of Snowball that you put up there. Look, man, if I'm in the tourney and whatnot, hey, Snowball rocks with me no matter what, bro. He's in there. He's in it like swimwear. So, but hey, I wanted to actually ask you something. What's your thoughts on Tylen Green?
I know they like him. He's he's very raw, man. But he's a good day 3 swing if you just want to bet on like the talent. Like he's a physical freak. He broke like so many. I think he broke every quarterback combine record besides Michael Vick's 40-yard dash. I saw.
Yeah, I've seen that. I mean, do you believe in the hype in regards to that? Is that enough for you, or is that like Terrell Pryor 2.0?
I wouldn't expect any day 3 quarterback to have a long career. It's called a dart throw for a reason.
But I mean, like with the Drew Aller conversation and all that,
I'd rather Drew Aller than Taylor Green personally.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, you know who I like too, man, was Nussmeier. Nussmeier, he looked good, bro. Like
he's healthy. I like Nussmeier. He had an oblique injury during college this year. It's hard to play with an oblique. You can't put full torque into the ball. LSU was a mess this year. A year ago, Garrett Nussmeier was being mocked to the first overall pick, but to the New York Jets by Todd McShay. I'll take a chance in the 3rd or 4th round on that guy on day 3 if the Jets don't take Simpson at 16 or 33.
Yeah, 100%, man. But hey, shout out to Lumpy, man. Like, got nothing but love for Lumpy and whatnot. You know, Lumpy's my guy and everything. But you know what they say about Lumpy things, right? So, Jake, appreciate you, brother. Shout out to all the everybody that in the committee. And everybody's doing this, man. This is going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. And, again, got nothing but love for Lumpy. So, shout out to Lumpy, man. He's a good guy.
The Lump Man.
All right. Later, Jake.
Johnny boy. Great call.
And here we go. Let's go.
It's going down. Brian J. Glick just became a member in the raffle for one.
Good job.
Good job, Coach. More of your calls before the raffle. The opponent for Johnny Boy is on the line, the Lup Man. Hello, Luppy. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
No.
Good job.
Call back, Luppy. In the meantime, we go back to Coach Oglick. Coach, thanks for gifting a membership.
My pleasure. I couldn't believe I wasn't a member. I was a little shocked. Hey, Johnny Boy, I've already voted for you. There's no backing out now, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go back to Gary. Gary, your thoughts? Excellent. Beast, how's the raw burger?
That's not raw. That's medium rare. If you can't stand the heat or nor get the truth, then you know what? Don't waste my time. Fucking diarrhea. Cha-cha-cha.
We now say hello to Gator McCluskey. Gator, do you think Beast Burger was raw or medium rare?
It's hard to tell from my angle, walking, looking at a small screen. But that last call, I was thinking in my head, his name is Lumpy, not Lumpy. He's not De Niro, just call him Lumpy. Everybody says his name wrong. That's funny. Or does he prefer Lumpy? I don't know. I just always thought Bobby was the one that always called him Lumpy. But it seems that everyone else does too. That's all I got.
You're the voice of an angel.
That's what they say. You know, I was thinking, if you look at the bracket from last year, that, you know, we lost, 3 out of 4 of the top seeds?
Yep.
So you got to wonder, it's going to happen again next year. Who's going to be out? So I don't think it'll be Kyle. I think it might be Beast. Can Beast keep up this pace for another year? Because it's been some year for him. He's been, I mean, some insane things have gone on this show. I mean, enough for me to do probably close to 3 hours worth of content on my sports channel about it. So, and I have a folder. It's got to be 4 hours of stuff in there for me to go through of Beast highlights. I just haven't had time. How can he keep up the pace? Will he be number 1 next year? Will he be dead and buried from a attic fire? Food poisoning? Will he be in prison?
JD wants to know what pace. The eating?
Oh, maybe Trump will hire him. He could go work for the administration. All kinds of things can happen. You never know.
Well, if you think about it, the 1 seeds this year, you got Clifton, you got Gary, you got Gorman, you got Beast. The 1 seeds a year ago, you had Gorman, Bobby, who's still in the tournament, right? You had Cheats fan, who's just gone altogether now. The other 1 seeds was Bobby. He's still in the tournament as a 2, so it's not like he fell that far. And then the other number 1 seed a year ago. Why am I drawing a blank? It was Lane, the Lane train. And Lane is obviously still ranked very high. So all things considered, we did have a pretty good return rate of our top seeds.
True. Yeah. No, I was thinking we lost more than that, but yeah, I guess watching the memorial video, which Boomer told me that those guys were all dead. I did not realize that they were still alive. So I apologize if anyone got the wrong idea there. But watching that video, I was realizing how much content we got out of BMAC and Chiefs fan, and they're gone. We may never see them again. But yeah, there we go. I got
gone,
hours,
but never forgotten.
Hours of folder files of those guys too. But yeah, I got to repurpose BMAC's intro. I think Beast is not happy with the Chiefs fan version of him, so I may have to do a BMAC Law and Order theme song version for Beast. That'll be my next thing.
Well, Gator, you're a master at work, so continue to do what you do.
Sure thing. Enjoy the tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gator McCluskey.
It's Beast Breaker.
This is all goddamn muscle right here.
It's Beast Breaker.
Stringing the cheese. Woo!
It's Beast Breaker.
You clown-sucking douchebag.
Let's hear it go Beast Breaker.
I got gas right now. Hey, that's not my kind of music. Mine's more metal. Like, I'll give you a hint. Haley's Comet, Ferox, and also this one guy called Darius who covered Ghostbusters very beautifully. Woo, woo, woo! Woo, 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 woo!
Last chance to enter the raffle. Ladies and gentlemen, today's closer is a man who will face Johnny Boy in the opening round.
My name is Lumpy, not Lumpy. I'm not De Niro. Just call me Lumpy. I had a mullet the last time the Jets were winners. Don't call me Lumpy, 'cause I'm friggin' Lumpy.
What is up, Jake? I just got home from work and I flipped your show on while I was getting changed, and there's Johnny Boy lying his ass off,
Good job.
telling me that it wasn't him. Telling me it wasn't him. He's AI. Come on, be honest. Own it. Say you made a mistake, just like you made a mistake going up against me, Johnny Boy. That kind of got me a little upset, sitting there just backing away like that. I mean, come on. Show your character a little bit, Johnny Boy. Just say, hey, I screwed up, right?
Let's go. The gloves are off. Lumpy coming in.
Yeah, they were just like, what? What did he just say? And then I got Coach Ulbrich. Well, he sucked anyway as a coach, right? And voting for Johnny Boy, really? Okay, it's on now. It's on. It got me a little upset there. I mean, own it. Be honest.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 7-10 in the Dangerous Alliance region is going to be unlike anything we've seen before now.
I like to think myself as an honest guy. I make a mistake, I own up to it, right? That's what we all do as honest people, as maniacs, right? So we all do everything right. That's sometimes we do a lot wrong, but we own up to it, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, calling back in to apparently defend his honor is
Coach Ulbrich. What's up? First time I'm talking to you.
But Gary.
Well, you got a point there, but
let's get together, chat. Come on. I know it's all eating at you. Everyone's thinking of it. It's okay.
Right.
We will welcome you into this moment. Anyone but Gary.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the ASMANIAC Rumble.
What's with the shots fired, Coach? Anyone but me. I bring gold to this show.
You could think what you want. I think it's funny.
Oh, I am a 1 seed. It's not what I think. It's it's evidently true.
That's my position. So I'm going to rally up and see if we can eliminate you quickly.
And what would that do for you? Let's say you're right. Are you just afraid to face me? Is that what it is?
Me afraid of? No, I don't think I'm getting past.
So then why wouldn't you want me to advance them? Because I'd be light work, right? I'd be easy work.
I didn't say that.
Why not? I bring garbage, right? Anyone but me. Anyone but me. Is
well, I'm not a fan of your takes on
what?
on human evolution.
I've never given a take on human evolution on the show.
I know.
Unless you're referring to something.
I was wrapping it
referring to
up
something.
into one big kind of.
All right, so if I said, like, what are the top 3 things I say that you don't like? Give me like the big 3, like the LeBron, the Wade, and the Bosch of things you don't like.
Well, it's not personal. There's no you attacking me. There's no you being disrespectful.
I think this is the
to
first
me.
time we've ever been on together, right?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
I'll tell you. I respectfully disagree with many of your takes about relationships.
Yeah, like give me the top 3 that you think like go way off. The big 3 of horrible things.
See, I'd rather just say that I disagree with you than get into a debate, because I think
I'm not asking for a debate. Like, what are the big 3 things that you disagree with? Like, that's what
3
I'm
things.
Like, like the top 3 things you disagree with.
Salads are delicious.
I never suggested they weren't. I said they're not good for you. There's a difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we landed on the moon.
Okay.
I think women.
That seems to be the tipping one. That seems to be what people don't like about me.
No, that's not. I don't like about you. That's just a view about. That's more of a conspiracy theorist view, where I believe
think yours
the evidence.
Is. I think this idea that people walked on the moon despite any evidence is the conspiracy theory part. I don't think saying, "Hey, show me the evidence," and then everyone says, "Well, we don't really have any." I think like you're the conspiracy theorist, not me.
Okay,
I'm just asking, like, show me evidence of this, right? Like, that's all. And like, no one can really
so let's keep that stuff out of it. Okay, so
all right,
I respectfully disagree with your view about unmarried women, women's rights. I hear you, and support that your decisions in your life are your life to decide.
I gotta take this. I gotta take this. Hang on.
Okay. This is the best right here. So, Gary, you agree with everything? You do. Oh, wonderful.
Don't let go of the rope. What rope are you talking about? This whole team looks like it's shot to shit. Who the hell you think you are? I am. Mr. Ulrich, how you doing, General?
Mr. Beast, I love to make fun of you in the chat.
Now this is not an ordinary burger. This is a fresh made burger. Fresh. Toasted brioche, fresh lettuce, Swiss cheese, and a burger.
I mean, is that like resume building skills that you're talking about? Because that should
art.
Be there.
That's a work of art.
I mean,
what life is to everything else, from paintings to art, from art to music, from music to professional wrestling, from professional wrestling to cooking, to even everything else in life. Life imitates everything of what we do in the world. See, some men are artists, some are cooks, some in diarrhea, cha-cha-cha.
Let's see you take a bite of it. I want to see the inside of it.
This is not just an ordinary burger.
Well, let's see it. Come on. I'm not going to judge. I want to see it. I mean, I'm going to judge. I want to wait to see it before I judge. What?
That's a burger. You know why? Look at the inside. You leave it medium rare just like that. Right there. See that medium rare? That's the best. You don't want to overcook it. If you overcook it, it'll taste like you'll be eating shoe leather.
Just don't let go of the rope.
I mean, is this the first?
Let me say this to Aaron Glenn. We already let go of the rope a long time ago because you're an idiot. You're not a coach. You're a dunce. Fucking diarrhea, cha-cha-cha. If you was a real coach, he'd be smart. And who invited look what the cat drag did. Yeah. Except he's not Brett Michaels. I'll tell you that right now. There's only one Brett Michaels here. And
I love Poison. I grew up on Poison. I love Poison.
Yeah.
Every rose has its thorn.
I don't want to get copyright infringement. I'm sorry, Jake. Yeah. I sing so beautifully. I think I am.
Ooh. Yeah. Poison was my thing when I was 17. When I was 17, I was listening to Poison, White Snake, Winger, Slaughter.
Poison was big when you were
Cinderella, John Bon Jovi, old school Night Ranger.
The Jet fans getting a little crazy.
Poison was big when he was like 6, 17.
What is that guy's problem?
I don't know. I don't know.
You think he feel like your 2 cents? You think he feels alone in that attic every day?
He lives with his mom. I mean, he can't be that lonely, right? Like his mom's been up there before. I don't know. I mean,
he's streaming while he's napping, so he's feeling a connection to a community. Like this dude needs some love.
Mr. Owen, how you doing?
Okay, can I get my word? Can I get a word in?
I've been around the block a long time. Let me give you a hint. I've seen Fenway Park. I got a chance to see a lot of the great things in life. The George Washington Bridge, the Rocky Balboa statue, the old ECW arena. You know what ECW was back then? Extreme Championship Wrestling. From 1993 to 2001, the greatest wrestling on earth. And who was in that company? The great Shane Douglas, Raven, Terry Funk. The list goes on. And I'm proud to say, hey, I got a chance to see ECW. ECW was something special. Sure, it wasn't cartoon based like the WWF or WCW. ECW was a different brand, a different world. Sure, they did tape fist and barbed wire baseball bats. That was different. But what did they do differently? They added something different. Lucha Libre from Mexico. Guys from Japan. What are you talking about? This whole team looks like it's shot to shit. Who the hell you think you are? I am.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's about that time for a raffle spin. But first, let me shout out Derek the Jet fan. By the way, truly, I would enter. We had 18 total people in this Wheel of Champions spin here. So these are probably the best odds since the summer for someone to win a Jets jersey here. Usually I wouldn't spin the wheel unless we get at least 20 names, but I'm going to spin it and give someone a chance to win. So Derek, the Jet fan, you're in for 5. And with that, we're almost ready for the Wheel of Champions.
It's J-E-T-S, Jets. I love Fireman Ed, too.
All right, let's bring on our master of raffle ceremony because we have a Jets jersey to give away to one lucky Asmaniac. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
I got gas right now. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Ready.
And now the time has come to spin the 2026 Wheel of
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for someone to win a jersey. A Jets Legends jersey. Kyle Clifton, he won earlier today. He went with a Keyshawn Johnson throwback Jets jersey. The ones from 1996. Ladies and gentlemen, someone will now win a second jersey on our program today. We shuffle the names. As you can see, the raffle wheel is as light as I can remember it. Black Gypsy, I did get your entry. You were in. I don't know if I shouted you out, though. If I didn't, here's your shout out. Thank you for your support, as always.
Good job.
All right. Hold on. Party with Peg and Artie with a late entry here. Let me put him in for 2. Let's see. Are we going to get a couple people that enter right at the buzzer here? Peg and Artie. Put them in for 2, folks. Hold on. All right. Good luck to everyone. Shuffle the names again. Only one Asmaniac can win the jersey. If you win, you have to email me, asmanjake@gmail.com, your name, and you have to email me your address, the player you want the jersey in, and the size, and we'll get it ordered for you this week. Good luck to everyone. Hold on, Black Gypsy again. I was literally about to spin it. Black Gypsy in.
You know, thinking is overrated.
All right, Mr. Gypsy. I'll put you down. Hold on. Black Gypsy. some entries here. All right, Gypsy, we're putting you in. Stand by. All right, he's in. Here we go. Nobody else. We're closing it off. If you entered after this point, you'll be on the first show tomorrow. Here we go. I'm spinning the wheel. I got dinner plans tonight. The Wheel of Champions. The winner is... Wow, how about this? Peg and Artie, they entered with barely any time left. They've won it. They've done it. It's theirs.
Congratulations to Peg and Artie who won that. Now, let's close out our presentation with Jake Asman. Let's go to Jake Asman, please. I will not take. I'm not gonna stand. Whoever is putting this up, you're an idiot. Woo 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 woo.
What a show. Thank you to everyone who entered the raffle. Congrats to Peg and Artie. A Jets jersey of their choosing is on the way. You guys are the best. What a show. Beast. I hope you don't get food poisoning. I want to thank everyone who called in. I want to thank everyone who was engaged in the chat today. Please fill out your brackets and make sure you get those in by Thursday because the plan will tip off first show, Thursday a.m., Carlos and Cash Money Mike. Second show, Man with a Jet Tattoo and Leany. Friday morning, Fibrows and Jay Graves. Friday afternoon, Robert C. and Ralphie Rocks. It's coming, folks. The tournament is coming.
And here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's all happening. RSVP to our draft party. If you're coming to Pittsburgh, free event, you just got to RSVP if you're one of the Asmaniacs making the trip to Pittsburgh, PA. On that note, we will end the show by paying homage to the ones we lost along the way. Ladies and gentlemen, we honor those who failed to make the tournament this year. Go Jets, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern.
Listen, pigmouth, shut up.
Half off, you don't flirt me, Dave.
You what?
Nate, parentheses, Nate.
Get it in the rafters, Quantez. I'm a big fan.
Buttered sausage.
Only on this show, dude.
Hey, I'm sorry. I was still here. Oh, okay. How you doing?
Hey, we were just watching you at work. We wanted to see what it was like. Hello, Chiefs fan.
Yo, last night I was outside talking and I walked over and checked on my neighbor and I found out my neighbor passed away.
What does everybody... Can I say something here, please? Thank you to everybody who's watched the Jake Asman show. Have a nice night. Enjoy your evening, and don't let go of the rope. Fucking diarrhea, cha cha cha.
Oh, hi. Jake wants me to ask you to click on the like button.
That's right, Lane. And if they don't subscribe to the Jake Asman Show, this team may never win another game. Let's go, Jets!